What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel to talk 4K. And today's movie is a sequel, the 1998 science fiction horror flick, Species 2. For whatever reason, Shout Factory decided to put out a collector's edition of this film with a brand new 4K transfer from the original camera negative. It's got a decent slipcover. Basically just shows Natasha Henstridge. She's practically naked on the back. One could argue that this film shouldn't even have been made, but considering the first movie, which was released 3 years prior in 1995, it was a halfway decent science fiction thriller with a good cast. Michael Madsen, Ben Kingsley. MGM definitely wanted to cash in, but what we got was a less inspiring sequel.
Get somebody else.
It's shorter and moves faster, but it's definitely cheesier, in the veins from the movies from the 80s. I think it was just a reason to have Natasha Henstridge naked again. I mean, let's make no mistake about it, this movie's almost softcore porn at times. Michael Madsen has come out and basically disavowed this movie even exists. 2 years after the events of the first film, Dr. Laura Baker have cloned Syl from the first film into a more docile Eve and do everything in their power to keep her away from males. That seems more difficult than you think after a crew from a manned mission to Mars becomes infected from soil samples with the same sort of DNA that created Syl. Patrick Ross, the male astronaut who was infected, attempts to mate with as many females as he can to create offspring. Dr. Baker and Press Lennox, with the help of an insane asylum patient, work with the government to try and lock everything down before Eve and Ross hook up. Insanity ensues for 90 minutes. I was surprised that this film was shot in 1851 when the first was in 2351. With that being said, I thought the Dolby Vision image was very well done. The colors during the day scenes were bright and vivid, and the blacks for the most part were pretty consistent across the board, albeit a few shortcuts here and there. The audio was in DTS 5.1 HD that was very lively. All speakers were consistently engaged, and deep rumbles from the subwoofer added the always needed low frequency effects. Dialogue was crisp. In terms of special features, you need to access them from the Blu Ray disc. You have an audio commentary by the director, an interview with Natasha Henstridge, a creature design documentary, an interview with the screenwriter, some additional behind-the-scenes features and outtakes, some footage not seen in theaters, a stills gallery, and a trailer. This is pretty decent considering the film was a failure. This film probably isn't on anybody's to-buy list, but me being a completionist, I bought it. Plus, it brought back memories from the 90s for me. Surprisingly, this was only the second time I've seen this film. I'm gonna go 6.5 on the film itself, but this release is pretty decent. I'm gonna give the whole release an 8. Well, that's today's review. Come back again for another 4K Blu-ray review.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, bruh.